Big story today in Brussels. Tell us first about Greece's demands here. Why are they blocking this package?
Yes, hello, Marit. Big story indeed. But to understand this story, let me take you back to October last year. So in October last year, member states, the 27, unanimously agreed to ban the import and transport of Russian LNG. This was held as, as a landmark decision, pressure on Russia, we're doing away with Russian LNG as of 2027. So as of January 2027, no more Russian LNG in the European market. Now, what's happening during the discussions of this new package of sanctions is that Greece has realized that the ban on transport is a problem for them. We need to remember that Greece is a coastal country which hosts the largest merchant fleet in the world. So maritime industry is really big in Greece. And Greece is saying that they need to continue the transport of Russian LNG because this provides market opportunities, sustains local jobs, and obviously brings a lot of money every month. So Greece is saying that the ban on transport needs...
Jorge, we know that the Greek demands are closely linked to the industry, as you said, including Dynagas, which is a major shipping company. It's owned by a Greek billionaire, Jorge Liboreiro. And it's worth saying that he is also linked to another company that actually transports Russian oil. So what does Dynagas say here about the LNG ban?
So indeed, Dynagas controls the market of LNG, but also transport of Russian oil. So we need to keep that in mind. But when it comes to LNG, Dynagas provides very specialized tankers that go into Siberia. Because in Siberia, we have the Yamal facility, which is Russia's largest and mainly provides European clients with LNG, but also clients worldwide. And Dynagas has chartered 11 vessels to Yamal in Siberia. So these vessels are, as I said, highly specialized. They break the ice, they sustain sub-zero temperatures, so very complex conditions there. So what Dynagas is saying that if we stop the transport of Russian LNG, this would be a self-inflicted blow to Europe's maritime capacity. This is a literal quote from a statement that the company sent last week. The company also said that the ban will fail to achieve its geopolitical objectives, meaning the crippling Russia's war machine. And the company, very notably, has raised the prospect of defaulting on its debt agreements if this ban on transport takes place. And we can now see the quote indeed sent by the company last week, which, by the way, these arguments that we see on camera closely align with the Greek government is now saying here in Brussels. Indeed. So we see a lot of synchrony between Dynagas and Athens.
And Jorge, we know then that Greece, for now, is holding firm on its demands. What has been the reaction from other EU countries?
Look, how could I put this kindly? Well, I'm not going to put it kindly. I'm just going to say that there's a lot of frustration, even fury with Greece, because I need to really stress this. Greece is trying to revise a ban that was unanimously agreed last year and became EU law. This is EU law. It's not part of the new package of sanctions that it's on the table. It's already EU law. And Greece now wants to retroactively challenge the content of this legislation. So for all the member states, this is a massive problem because they fear that if we grant Greece's request, then there will be a dangerous precedent set. And, all the member states will come up with similar requests. Oh, I want to revise this. I want to check this law, Indeed. Reopen this text. Give me this, give me that. So it could be a massive problem, cascade of requests.
And finally, Jorge, we know there's also this price cap on Russian oil, which will be automatically revised up tomorrow, I believe, unless the EU actually agrees on this new package of sanctions. So I guess this Greek veto is also threatening that and could see Moscow even gain more revenues on its oil purchases.
Yes, indeed. All things are coming together. No, the Greek veto and this revision of the price cap that, as you said, will go up if we don't delay it, which is the intention to delay it. But for the time being, it's still there. The revision will take place on Thursday. But what I can see is that if the Greek veto remains in place, proves insurmountable, that Athens really holds its ground and doesn't allow this to pass unless it gets an exemption, I think the price cap on Russian oil could be delayed just to September.
Okay.
So then in September, after the summer break, we'll come back to this, the unfinished business, and try to have a deal and try to have Greece on board. But as I said, there's a lot of uncertainty right now. The Greek veto is really powerful because this maritime industry is essential for the country. But at the same time, the other 26 member states do not want to grant this request because of the precedent that it could set. So we're in for a fight today with the ambassadors.
Okay, Jorge, well, we will keep an eye out on those talks happening today, of course, in Brussels. Thank you so much for that analysis and for bringing us up to speed there.